All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's 9:15. A lot of us have been on the call. Well, welcome back from the short break, and I believe we've refreshed. We've gotten ourselves together to round up this session. Okay, please, somebody confirm you can hear me with an emoji or with a sound or with a voice so that I can know I'm speaking, and you can also confirm you are seeing my screen. Oh, thank you. Thanks for that feedback. Please also confirm you can see my screen so I don't speak to... Is my screen still very visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so we've spoken to chapter 1 down to chapter 12. So we'll be continuing in that line. And what were we saying? We're aligning the new syllabus with the old studied pack to see where we can use as it is and where we could update. So we spoke to chapter 1 to 12 in the last class or in the last session. So for those that were not there struggling with network, don't worry. After the class, hopefully before the weekend runs out, this session will be on YouTube for you to access very freely. Okay, so we're looking at chapter 13, which in the old study text speaks to internal audit and outsourcing. So the contents of that chapter speaks to the nature, development of auditing, talking about outsourcing it or having a staff for the internal audit function, and other areas which are in alignment with the new syllabus. So it's relevant with the internal audit section and is covered in the new syllabus under section 1, subsection M, and also the third part of the new syllabus. So this chapter provides the necessary background, so it doesn't need any necessary updates. So please use it as it is. Chapter 12 is all right. Chapter 13 is all right. Then chapter 14 speaks to reporting, the contents, talking about the audit report, which is an integral part of the AAA subject, because reporting is the main part of the work done. Talking about modified reports, unmodified reports, qualified, unqualified, adverse, disclaimer, and all that, speaking to the ISAs with them. So this ISA is talking about communication with those charged with governance, communication of deficiencies in internal control, and other specialized areas which we'll be looking at are in alignment and are excellent with the new syllabus, looking at section D2 of the audit report. So the explicit mention of CAMA in this area and the relevant ISAs also indicates strong alignment. So the new syllabus mentioned these revised ISAs, and our study text also aligns with it. It's reasonable and current in this area. So we'll use it as it is. Then we'll also verify with other study texts the ACCA will be aligning to reflect the latest revisions of these standards. If there have been any recent minor changes, we'll integrate it, since there are always publications coming up. So this chapter is good, and I'll definitely try to do justice to chapter 14 to update it with other relevant materials. And for chapter 15, current issues, the content speaking to ethical issues, accountancy and auditing profession, transnational audits, small companies, social and environmental matters, ESGs, and all those emerging trends and how they align with CAMA also. The alignment are okay with the new syllabus, but mixed and partially good, but with critical gaps in depth, speaking to the current issues in IT, talking about AI, VR. The ethical issues and also the accounting professions are relevant with the new syllabus. So we'll update all those AIs graphically to align with the new syllabus and help us see how to understand it and also attempt questions that come in line. Also, transnational audit is a direct hit for the F7 new update in the new syllabus. Social and environmental matters also are directly related to the new syllabus, and they are in the old syllabus. And also speaking to the recurring sustainability assurance, ISSA 5000, we need to be integrated into current issues also, which is a very strong point of alignment here. CAMA 2020 is excellent and directly aligns with this section A1, subsection B of the new detailed current syllabus and other relevant laws. So CAMA is being buttressed here, and we would like to look at it in depth as we go into our lectures. Developments in emerging technologies is also mentioned, which is promised for Section F, and current issues, development in audit and assurance, and the integral area of application of IT in auditing is also stressed here. We need to speak to that. So the significant gaps for this chapter, which are critical, are the emerging technologies, cybersecurity, emerging risks, which are listed. And this chapter is unlikely to cover the specific detailed discussions of AI. Take note, please, AI, VR, virtual reality, cloud-based audit tools, data analytics, and role in current issues. So take note of this subject. A lot of us use AI tools, so they will be coming up in auditing. Very important. Blockchain environment audit, robotic process automation to the extent required by the new syllabus. We'll get it blown up in this chapter when we come to read. And the IT in auditing for chapter 16 of our study text, we'll be discussing it next. Some of these, which is specifically in section F of the new current syllabus, is specific on current issues and development issues. Speaking to also the audit rotation and audit firm partnership might not have been covered. So our recommendation is for us to use this as a starting point, then blow it up for a good understanding and building up for sustainability assurance. However, you also need significant supplementary materials for the most recent developments in IT, like I've stressed and said over and over again, AI, VR, blockchain, cloud tools, which we all use. Most of us use these things in our offices. So we need to know how to speak to them in our exams, and other current issues as detailed in this section F of the new syllabus. Okay, so finally, we have the chapter 16, application of information technology in auditing, which is also part of the chapter 15, current issues, because they deal more on IT. And the impact is the part of the content looked at the impact of IT, application of IT to audit processes, IT tools, governance risk and compliance software tools, control evaluation frameworks, computerized, electronic business risk, digital forensic, the NDPR. All these are in the old syllabus and they align with the new. Very good, with minor specific updates needed. So this chapter directly addresses section E, application of information technology in auditing. So the impact of IT is in subsection E1, application of IT to auditing, E2 in the new syllabus, which speaks to the benefit of IT control frameworks, COBIT, IT tools, GRC software, control evaluation frameworks. They are also relevant to E2, electronic business risks, digital forensics, computer robotics. You can see the sections in the new syllabus. Data protection, NITDA, the Nigeria Information Technology Development Agency, and the data protection at GDPR, NDPR, all this will be overblown. We have minor gaps and updates in this, which we'll be looking at critically. So the new syllabus mentions all this, and it aligns with the old syllabus, but to be graphically elaborated during the lectures. So while this chapter covers IT generally, the new syllabus speaking to these sessions and cloud-based tools very specifically mentioned in the current section issues applies in higher level of direct knowledge than the general basic knowledge of IT. So our recommendation is this chapter is a strong primary source, and we use it as it is and blow it up with other materials to explicitly cover the details in the new syllabus of this section E4, E5, and the deeper current issues and aspects that covers blockchain, AI, virtual reality from section F, which are new. This is very important. Okay, so we've looked at the 16 chapters and how to update them with the current new syllabus. And we'll be looking at chapter by chapter, lecture by lecture, and we have a target of 1 month to do that. So before we conclude, overall conclusion on the study text recommendation and how the old study text is a solid foundation, of course, for the AAA paper, and also covering most of the core aspects and many old ISAs very well. I would like us to change our approach. In the last diet, for those that were consistent in the class, we finished the 16 chapters before we went into past questions. I have a different suggestion for this diet, but that will depend on your response and your agreement, because I'm here to serve you. I'm not writing the exams, but I think it's a better approach. So let me propose that. And the better approach, I think, is we have 16 chapters. And in the last diet, we took 10 diets past questions. So that should be the same approach. So instead of waiting till the end of lectures for 16 chapters, I suggest after chapter 1 and 2, for example, we take a past question. After chapter 3 and 4, we take another past question. So invariably, I'm saying after every 2 chapters, we take a past question. So for 16 chapters, we have covered 8 past questions, full diets down. So we have from November, okay, I beg your pardon, May 2025, November 2024 down to March, July 2020 on our YouTube channel. So we'll not be looking at those diets. So we'll be looking at May 2025, then we'll look at November 2019, down 9 diets, plus the most recent diets will make it 10. So what are your suggestions? I think after every 2 chapters, we should take a past question. It will help us as we are reading, tackle questions, not just to read and wait. Normally, the suggestion is for you to at least practice 10 diets past questions before your exams. If you can do 20, perfect. If you can do 30, perfect. But minimum 10 diets, which is 5 years. So what is our suggestion? Should we apply that approach? After each 2 chapters, we take 1 full.
I think it's fine, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's better.
For someone like me.
Yeah, so let's speak one by one, please. Can you raise your hand if you are speaking so that we'll have our opinions one by one? Just raise your hand, then you speak so that we don't have it rowdy. So Mr. Mike was speaking, please. Can you go ahead? I had Mr. Mike speaking. Okay, Sharifat, let's have you, please. Thank you.
Well done, sir. And thank you very much. May God
You're
reward you
welcome.
abundantly.
Amen.
I go by your suggestion because these chapters, they are very, very voluminous. And if we say we should complete chapter 16, we might end up forgetting the previous chapters. So as we are doing two chapters, as you have said, we'll be doing the past question on
and
it. That
answer.
will easily, so that we won't forget what we have. And we can also do more on our own. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Thank you for that contribution. Okay, I appreciate that. Somebody else wants to affirm or oppose that? Okay, OG, I can see you agree to. That's good too. Any other person? If you don't want
sir,
it,
I agree with what you said, but I have a little, would I call it a request?
Yes, please.
This is Eukarya.
Okay, go ahead.
I was part of your lectures last diet, but I joined very late.
Yes,
very late. Was also part of the revision. That's the question and answer section.
Yeah.
But the request now is, I don't know how it's going to look like, but you just mentioned that we've done the one of 10 diets, right?
Yes.
I don't know if you could still revisit them this time around. Let's look at it critically as we finish each chapter. Let's solve past questions relating to that chapter and look at it critically. I don't know. That's my own opinion.
Okay, so thank you very much for that suggestion. Privately, one of us, Juliana, also spoke to this part. She said we should, each chapter, we should look at past questions that relate to that chapter. So we may try to expound just for example, regulatory environment, practice approach, questions that come in that line. My suggestion was to look at full diets, but then we may have to look at each chapter and the question that relate with those chapters. Okay, so it's a good request. We'll expunge that across maybe 10, 20 diets and look at how they've examined questions that speak to each chapter, maybe the regulatory environment, professional liability, professional responsibility, and all that. Okay, we'll see how to align that. But then I also want us to look at the full diets one by one. And if we need to expunge the chapters out of those diets, we'll do that backward. Okay, thank you very much for that suggestion, Ikaria. Okay, Richard, please go ahead. Yeah, please unmute and speak, Richard. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, please. We can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
So my question is this, more of a kind of inquiry and a plea.
Okay.
I'm coming at this with a kind of, with a sense of inadequacy. So this is my second attempt. With what I wrote the last time, I was shocked when I got the result. And I was exempted from audit at the skills level because I was a graduate of accounting, which I graduated from like years back. So like I want to know what I'm getting myself into when it comes to the tutorial as a whole, and also maybe what extra work I might still have to do, because from the way people are talking and you are talking, it's like we are all professionals here already. I know this professional stage actually, but I'm just trying to be plain with what I have in my brain right now. So like,
thank you very much.
What would you suggest? Like, how would you suggest I approach this myself personally now?
Okay, thank you very much for that. So some results actually shocked me, and most of the candidates here, some passed, some didn't pass. And when I got feedback, I was, will I say, disappointed at the results, because I could see the efforts, the inputs, even though I didn't write the exams. But then life happens, and ICAN is like that. So be resilient. I believe it's your second attempt. I shared that I passed it at third attempt. That I'm tutoring you. So what I would suggest is work, put in extra work. Don't depend on just these resources, these lectures. Of course, it would illuminate, it will educate, it will inform, is good. But please go back, take the study text and read it fully. You have a lot of AI tools. ChatGPT is at your fingertips. If you don't understand anything, ChatGPT is there, Copilot, Gemini. I leverage a lot of AI tools to ask questions. So these tools go online and search materials for you. Like these updates I've said, you can go there, use your phone, Google them, get ACCA materials, ICAN. So the work is on you. Of course, I will do my best to give you from the lectures what I know, but the responsibility and the onus is on you. So please, the past questions, as we review them, go back and repractice. One of us that scored 90, not one of us, I beg your pardon, somebody I saw on LinkedIn came on the platform in the last day to share how she scored 97 in AAA, and I was fascinated. And I was asking how she got to get that kind of result. And I brought her to the platform to share. So one of the things I got from her is that she reads and writes by herself. Nobody will read and help you write by yourself. Nobody will eat for you. Nobody breathe for you. So there are things tutors can do. The responsibility is on you to read, and whatever method resonates with you. If you need to be writing it by yourself, if you need a discussion group of 5, group of 3, whatever works for you, the target should be to pass it in this attempt by force. This should be your last attempt. So the work is, you must read the study text, and that's why we are going through the lectures from 1 to 16 with the recent updates. You must go through the whole chapters. You cannot circumnavigate that. You can't short circuit that. Go through the 16 chapters in 1 month. You can read this whole study text, then start practicing questions, then coming back to the study text to see gray areas that don't resonate with you or you've not gotten. Then in alignment, as we are doing the past questions, you are reading and you are writing it by yourself. We may have time for mock, where you have the exams written in 3 hours and send back unsupervised. Please do it without any cheating, without any looking at AI or something, like exam condition. Send it back to me. That time will come. Maybe we'll do like 3 or 4 or 5 diets to help us write under exam condition before the main exams. So these are the work you need to put in. The lectures, the past questions are not substitutes for the work you have to do yourself. Very important. So AAA is tricky, and it resonates more with those that are in practice. If I was in audit practice, I would have passed AAA easier, because majorly what is tested is what you do in practice. I had a friend that wrote ACCA AAA 5 times before he passed. Other 3 papers that he did them one first attempt. And one of the challenges is he said he doesn't know how to apply the practical to the theory, to the practical. So that's one of the challenges AAA subjects have. I notice most of the people that are in practice, either internal or external audits, pass AAA very easily. But if you're in financial reporting or in one field or a department that has nothing to do with audit, you may find it challenging a bit. So please, in answering your question, yes, it's challenging. It's your second attempt, but give it all the best. Read the study text, practice past questions. Where you don't understand, go back to my YouTube channel, past questions, and also the lectures, so that you can grasp the concepts and apply them. So it's more of case study now, an application, critical thinking, strategic thinking, and applying what you've learned to answering the questions. So it's work. Yeah, it's work. So put in your best, and in leveraging how many papers you are supposed to write. If you're writing 5, look at your schedule, look at your commitments. If you cannot take the 5, please slow and steady wins the race. There are people that don't have capacity to take 5. If you can take 1, if you can take 2, please know your strength, know your weakness, and apply them graphically, slow and steady. If you take 5 and fail the 5, it will be discouraging. But if you take 1 and pass it, take the next one and pass it, it's good. And there are some people that have capacity to even take 10. They are that brilliant. Know your level, know your capacity, know what you can do, looking at the challenging nature of ICAN exams, and leverage on that to be able to get done with the exams. I hope that answered your question, and I didn't just tell you stories.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. You're welcome. Okay. So anybody else aligning with our 2 chapters, 2 past question? I believe everybody aligns. Nobody is objecting to that, right? Please, if you're objecting, let's know your reason. Anybody objecting? I believe everybody is aligning with that suggestion. Okay, that's fine then. If we're quiet, I think that resonates with all of us. Okay, so back to our slides. Let's conclude on what we spoke about, the overall conclusion and study recommendation. So as you can see on the screen, the old study text is a solid foundation, like I said, for the AAA paper. It covers most of the core concepts. Like I said, if you ask me how many percent, I'll say 80%. And many of the older ISAs as well. Very important, it's good. However, to successfully pass the AAA paper in November 2025, you absolutely must, look at that word I use, you absolutely must supplement the AAA text with other materials in these key areas. 1, take note, quality management, critical priority. You need new comprehensive material on ISQM1 and ISQM2, because chapter 5 of the old study text is outdated here. It's non-negotiable. Please take note of this. As you go through the slides again, you want to read, take note of this. Number 2, sustainability assurance. As you see, ISQM is what? High critical priority, right? Sustainability assurance is high priority. In risk management, we have high, medium, low. So I'm rating them based on that. Sustainability assurance is a significant new addition. You need dedicated material. So if you are self-studying, maybe you don't want to follow my lectures, or you don't want to do any lectures, you just want to read on your own, it's fine, it's okay. But please take note of this, because we'll be covering materials and this area very, very critically or highly. So you need materials to cover the types of assurance and the specific ISAE 5000, specifically ISSE 5000. Also, while Chapter 15 touches on social environmental reports, it's unlikely to have the depth required by the new syllabus in the old syllabus. So we need to also have materials to speak to this sustainability area very practically. Then number 3, advanced IT application and current issues is also high priority. While the old text in chapter 16 is good, but the new syllabus emphasizes specific technologies and their audit implications. AI, VR, blockchain, cloud-based audit tools as current issue. So you need up-to-date articles, documents, pronouncements, guidelines, sections, and also new textbooks. Like I said, we'll be leveraging ACCA, ICAW, and some CPA materials. Look at their topics specifically for these areas to cover them adequately. Then also in-depth, we spoke about group audits, chapter 10, scoping and materiality. Our chapter 10 is good, provides a good foundation, but the new syllabus requires more detailed understanding of scoping, group component materiality, and communication in group audits. We'll be looking at that. And number 5, the Nigerian regulatory updates, which is in chapter 2. You need to ensure your knowledge of CAMA 2020, FRC Act, ICAN Act, and specific FRC guidelines on ICFR. We must ensure our knowledge is up to date and integrated, as these are now explicitly listed in the new syllabus. So what's the action plan? We need to review all chapters thoroughly. So for chapter 1 to 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 13, and 14, we can use our existing text as the primary source. But chapter 5, practice management, we need to get new materials, specifically on ISQM1 and ISQM2. For chapter 7, audit planning, and chapter 12, assurance services, we need to focus on the core content, but identify and fill the sustainability assurance gap with new resources. This is very important. And it includes ISSA 5000. And for chapter 10, group audit, we can use our study text, but search for supplementary materials that detail the scoping, materiality, and component audit, auditor communication aspects of the group audits, which we'll be doing from ACCA materials. If you have materials in that area, or you can Google materials, AI them, just put search prompts on your AIs, you could get. But I think leveraging ACCA resources are very good, and I will share some on the platform. Then for chapter 15, current issues, chapter 16, IT auditing, these are areas where the rapid pace of your change will make your old study text most deficient. So you need to leverage resources online. You need external current resources. The ICAN study pack for the new syllabus, we may not have it, but recent professional articles, specialized journals, and also webinars you've attended or you attend, official standard documents. We also share documents will help us to cover blockchain, AI, VR, cloud-based audit tools, and other deeper implications of data analytics will help us to cover this. So finally, by supplementing strategically in these identified areas, your old study text would still be a good valuable resource, like I said, 80% for the AAA papers and for your studies. I wish you good luck, and I'll take questions at this point. That will be the end of our review section, and I will be sharing these slides and also a Word document for you to go ahead and read. I wish us the best, and Monday we're going to start with chapter 1. Monday will be the first class, and like some people, we may not be able to meet up. Each class is hopefully, we'll try to upload them after the class on YouTube for you to revisit. So please have your materials, have other materials, have your Pathfinders. I've shared the latest Pathfinder 2025. We'll also be looking at it as one of the past questions. We'll review all the questions there in our question and answer practice and how to strategically answer the questions. So I wish us all the best, and thank you very much for your time. It's not easy sacrificing. A lot of us after work, if not rested, you just came back. I'm currently in the office, but then it's a sacrifice we have all committed to make, and I believe it will yield results by November 2025 when the results comes out. All right, so any question, contribution, and observation so that we can shut down for the night? Okay, Grace, please go ahead. I can see your hand. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All your inputs, very explicit. Yeah, you've
The
been
pleasure
talking
is
since,
mine.
and I've been in contact with your YouTube review of past questions, and very interesting. So, but you've not said anything about tuition fee or something. I don't know.
Oh, thank you very much for that question. That's a powerful question. So a lot of people have asked me that, how much do we pay for this premium service? And your materials are good. We love them. Even those paid out there, we kind of enjoy value more than that. So I tell people, and I humorously say, please, the only payment you pay is pay attention. Not everything is free. As a matter of fact, you are paying for this time, your data. So I wrote AAA 3 times, and I don't want you to write it 3 times. And that's why I'm paying this sacrifice. I'm currently in the office. My colleagues are off. If I go home, my kids will not let me have time to do this. And I decide to sacrifice to pay this same sacrifice. So what I want of you is there is no monetary payment. It's my own way of giving back. So please pay attention. That's what I want you to pay. If you can pay attention, study, listen to the materials, and at the end of the day, you tell me, sir, your resources helped me and I passed AAA. I mean, there's nothing as joyful as that. Money can't buy that. So you came across my material and somehow it helped you to pass. The onus was on you to pass, but you read, it helped you. 1 or 2 things I said, 1 or 2 thoughts or thoughts I shared helped you. It just resonated with you and you grasped the concept. That's my joy. So there's no payment in answering your questions, no payment for the tuition. It's free, and that is why I upload it on YouTube for you to still go after it. So please pay attention and just do me the favor to pass AAA. AAA was challenging for me. During my time, there was no resources online. There was no, there were no videos like that. So I'm coming up with this to help somebody out there face this challenging paper and pass it. And when you chat me and say, thank you, sir. Thank you, brother. Thank you for helping me. That's my joy. So no payment, pay attention, and please attend the lectures as much as you can. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
This is really huge. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much.
Amen. You're welcome. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you. All right. So any other contributions so we can shut down? I've kept us for over 2 hours now. Any other person wants to say something? And I also want to say that I'll make the lectures very interactive because as we're having the lectures, we'll be having quizzes. As we're also looking at the past questions, we'll be trying to use the past questions to learn the concepts. So where we've looked at the answers, how to answer, what to answer, how to write, what to write, we'll also be looking at the concepts in detail. I will inject that into the past questions area. So we'll be discussing what is materiality. Oh yeah, somebody share. What is this? What is that? What do you understand by this from the case we have seen? So we'll be making it elaborate. We won't try to waste time, but then the aim is for us to understand and grasp the concepts, to be able to apply it critically, think, strategically think, and articulately pen down our thoughts in alignment with the case, which is principally to pass the AAA paper. So take note of these new updates, and as the lecture starts on Mondays and Thursdays are our lecture days. We'll try to see how to finish lectures in 1 month, including the past questions. So let's say 2 months. So we have July, we have August, so they can have ample time to practice and also read on your own. So please give it enough time. Then AAA is work. All the ICAN papers are work. There's no shortcut to passing ICAN papers. You all know that. ICAN is a top-notch exam, so it's an exam that since inception has not leaked. Please, if you know how ICAN exam has leaked or you've seen it leak, please let me know. Because it's a top-notch exam. It's very tough. It's very tough. It will not leak. It cannot leak because of the internal controls and the systems in place. So the only way to pass ICAN exams is to read. That's just it. Some people will say, some people have asked me, can somebody write it for you? I said, yes. And that's the person's face that will be on your certificate. Will you like it? If the person say no, I say, So there's no shortcut to passing ICAN exams. You just have to read, understand, and pass. So I tell people, if somebody else can pass, Zig Ziglar said, just any dummy can make it if he knows what it takes. So just know what it takes with the AAA paper. You don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to be intelligent. Just know what it takes. Read what is necessary, and you'll pass it. You'll pass it and never, ever give up. I told myself, if I write AAA 10 times, I will pass it. I'll continue writing. So if you have that resolve, no matter what ICAN result is, you are prepared for the next diet. So they'll be tired of you. I used to tell myself, they'll be tired of me. First attempt I failed. Second attempt I failed. And third attempt I got it. Other attempts I passed at once, but then take it as a challenge. If anyone else can do it, I can do it. Okay, so this is 9:50. I appreciate you guys for your time. Please do have a lovely night rest and see you on Monday for chapter 1. All right, good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
good night. You're welcome.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Good night.